You see that right there? That's your typical jail cell in the Philippines. Very overcrowded, can take anywhere from 2 to 5 years before you even see a judge. So, how does a passport bro stay out of a place like that? You stay out of a place like that by not creating any drama. Please understand that when you're in another country, particularly someplace like the Philippines or wherever, your government is not going to come out and save you. You don't have any special privileges. So, one of the number one ways that people get into drama, particularly Americans in the Philippines, it's usually involving a woman. Remember, there are two types of passport bros. There are passport bros like me who are just in committed monogamous relationships, and then you have passport bros that are just out to have sex and fun, which is fine as long as you're not deceiving or leading anyone on or anything like that. Now, listen to this closely because there's a gray area for the passport brothers who are just out for sex. The passport brothers who are just out for sex typically will pay for sex. They'll usually get like a bar girl or have a sugar baby, whatever. But they will come across that woman that likes them and is willing to sleep with them for free to have a shot at a relationship. Now, that passport brother might make it clear that he's not really looking or he might be vague about it. That's when you're getting into a danger zone. Because I'm telling you, if you break a lot of hearts in the Philippines, eventually you might come across the wrong woman who has some very, very bad fathers, uncles, brothers, cousins, or whatever. And then you might end up in some type of physical altercation and end up here. So when you're in the Philippines, just figure out exactly what you want. And if you're just out for sex, then those are the type of women that you should only be dealing with, whatever arrangement you have between them. But the ones who are not really about that life of just quick, easy one night stands, you should not deal with those women at all, no matter how tempting it is.
Yo, what's up, guys? Back again with another video for the Passport Bros. First and foremost, please hit that like, comment, subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot, and I appreciate it dearly. Now, today we have this video here with this Passport Bro explaining the different rules and different situations that you might be getting yourself into when you travel to these other countries. Now, here he's specifically talking about the Philippines, but there's other countries as well that they have the same type of issues that if you get into some type of trouble, if you commit some type of crime in these countries, there's not much you can do. I mean, a lot of Americans think that, oh, when we go to these other countries, that America's going to come and save us and protect us, and they're going to come and find us, and they're going to bring us back and help us, and we have rights in these other countries. That's not necessarily true, and not in all of these countries. A lot of these other countries is like a word of their own, and they don't abide by American standards, and they don't allow American politics to come into their country and try to dictate how they operate their systems. So, with that being said, us passport bros that we're traveling to these other countries, we have to be cognizant, very, very cognizant and aware of the culture, aware of the organizations, aware of the rules and regulations to follow and the ones to not follow. You have to be aware of the situations and the type of people that we're surrounding ourselves with. This is like kind of like etiquette. It's like kind of like guidelines to follow when you're in these other countries, because you don't want to end up in a situation where you're going to be in some jail for 2 to 3 years just waiting to see a court. That within itself is like a sentence within itself, and that's not good for anyone. You know what I mean? We're going to these countries to seek peace, freedom, happiness, respect, love. We're not going over there to commit crimes or to be criminals or get ourselves into situations. And I don't want to see any passport bro ending up in one of these situations. It would deeply sadden me to see one of my fellow brothers, one of my fellow passport bros end up in a situation, end up in an environment like this where you're waiting to even just see a judge for 2 to 3 years. That is ridiculous. It's not like America where they have, somewhat a due process where they'll see you in a timely manner, maybe a few months or two, depending on what the crime is. You know what I mean? But in these other countries, their system, their legal process is completely different. So we have to be cognizant going and traveling to these other countries. And also another thing that he brought up that was very, very important, very, very instrumental, that we should all remember, is that when dealing with these women in these other countries, there are rules to abide by. I believe it's Thailand or Philippines, one of those countries where it's the norm that if you're having interactions with a specific woman, that it's the norm to just have interactions with just that one woman. That is, I think it's almost illegal. I think it's Thailand, but I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, if you guys know which country it is, please leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know. But it's basically that if you're having relations with one woman and you try to have relations with another woman, that they can literally put you in jail just for trying to mess around with all these different women. It's like illegal for you to sleep around, so to speak. So a lot of the games that we play with, Western women here in the West, that player attitude, that, oh, you want to lead her on and make her think that you like her and make her think you want to be in a relationship, but in reality you're just having fun with her, she's just a fun girl. We can't really bring that same mentality to these other countries, because as we can see, men that do those type of things, and you f over those type of women, they can be very spiteful and they can come back to bite you, and that's their country, that's their territory, so they have a lot more relationships, they have a lot more power, they have a lot more rights over us in their own country. And they have a lot more connections to certain people and certain hierarchies that we might not even understand who they are. So we have to be very cognizant and aware of what we're doing, the people we're having interactions with, the people we're having relations with, and their mindset as well. Even though, yeah, a lot of the women over there are traditionally mindset, have a traditional mindset. They're respectful, feminine, fit, friendly, appreciative, and then genuinely just pleasant. But at the same time, we shouldn't go over there thinking, oh yeah, I just want to be a player, I just want to be out here going with all these women. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. You can have your fun, but do that with only the women that are out to do that. Only the bar girls that are out to, have fun with you, then you can do that. And you have to make yourself clear. Make it clear that, okay, we're having fun. This is not a relationship. We're not going to be taking anything serious. We're just here for the night or whatever, for the temporarily, and then we're going to go our separate ways. Don't have these women out here thinking that it's one thing when it's really the other, because that can lead to a woman being spiteful. And we all know what women do when they get spiteful. So we have to just be aware of these type of situations. You have to remember, after all, we are in another territory. We are in another person's environment. This is not our country. This is not the West. This is not America. They have a whole nother way of operating over there. And that can really change everything. So with that being said, please guys, please be aware. Please be cognizant. Please be respectful. Please have etiquette, manners. Don't be too flashy, don't be too loud, don't be too boisterous. Just keep calm, keep cool, keep a low profile as much as possible. Don't call too much attention to yourself. Don't be over there spending too much, tipping too much, because that's another issue within itself, but I'm going to talk on that in another video. But yeah, just overall, just be aware of what you're doing, who you're interacting with, and the state of their mindset as well. So with that being said, guys, please be safe. And Passport Bros, we up. Please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.